Yo. Episode 5 of Rage Radio right now. What's going on? I'm here with my co-host, of course.
It's Wonder. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Okay, so this is kind of crazy that we're on episode 5 already. I'm kind of amazed by this. We're flying through these. We already have today. What's the date today? March 27th?
It's Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, so we already have the Rare Jordan, episode just dropped. We have that up and going on our YouTube at Rage Radio. The Trip episode dropped. That's doing good numbers. Our Facebook is live at Rage Radio. SoundCloud is live at Rage Radio. Every social media is live at Rage Radio. So,
and this one's going to be the one with the video on it too. So
yes, this is our first video with our cameras, with Nick and Windy, our cameraman. Our new cameraman.
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you for being here. Beautiful. Thank you, Indie Spot, all that good shit. So, we got a good long friend of mine actually today. He goes by Vital C. I'm gonna let him introduce himself a little bit.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
He's very shy. He's shy.
So my name's David Boyteen. I've known D-Rage for too many years.
Too long.
We went to high school together.
Yes.
But I play in a band called Vital C. We're from Bay City, but with members.
Not present.
Not present, and also live in different cities. So
yeah, where do they live?
So the other members right now are Connor Robertson and Benjamin Robertson, who are brothers. Mm-hmm. They live in Midland, and then Benjamin Champagne is in Saginaw. Mm-hmm. He's like the dad of the band.
So
he's the one who looks like he's like 1,000, but he's actually just like 20.
And he does a lot with Counterculture.
He owns Counterculture.
Right.
He's co-owner.
Yeah. And how's that going for him?
Counterculture is great. We just had Drake Bell.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody knows that.
Yeah, that was an amazing show actually.
That was phenomenal.
I can't believe he came. Like, I can't believe...
He showed up super late, but he was there.
Yeah,
That's all that matters, though. I mean,
yeah, he was supposed to play at, like, 9, and he didn't get there till, like, 9:20. It was pretty great.
Fuck it.
I guess he was, like, at B-dubs and...
Yeah, and
was he really?
Stuff like that,
He was wearing that Gucci sweatshirt.
I saw, like, he was playing pool.
Dude, it was, like, a $1,300 sweatshirt.
Yeah. I, like, looked it up, and I was like, there's no way. Because I was, like, in the back with him for a second, and I saw he was wearing a Gucci sweatshirt. And I was like, I gotta look this up. I kind of like it a lot. It looked really cool. It was like this yellow sweater with like bags on it.
I could afford that.
I think I saw. Yeah, Troy posted it on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a $13,000 sweatshirt.
$1,300. Yeah, that's a big difference. Same thing. It's like way too much to be spending on a sweater.
But hey, that's what Drake Bell wears. He can afford
it,
that, right?
Shout out to iCarly.
He said iCarly.
His royalties from the theme song.
Yeah,
as Lil Pump would say.
Yo, so what would you say the roles are in this group that you're in? What does everyone do for everything?
So Vital C has been a thing since I was in the 4th grade. Mm-hmm. That's when I made the band name. Mm-hmm. And so I've always been like, I have this band Vital C, and it wasn't actually a thing till probably like 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Was when I actually like started to write songs, and that's easily where I pinpoint it. It was like 2012, 2013, and I got a guitar. Was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn these songs that I wanted to cover, and then from there on out, it's just kind of been history. But so I write like all the music for the most part. I have up until about a month or two ago, and that's when Connor and Ben were like, we're gonna help you write like really great songs. And
does that help you a lot?
Oh my god, it's like taking it to like the next level. Mm-hmm. It's been pretty dramatic. None of that music's out. And we're still working on it, and writing every day and stuff. But I released an EP last year called Swirlwind, which was self-recorded with Noah, and who was a former bass player of the band. And we did that in my basement, and then we had it mixed by Nick Diener in Saginaw and mastered by Mark Mahalik in Chicago. And then after that, we released that, and we're playing shows and stuff, thinking we're super cool, and and then I realized, you know what, we got to make this better. And so Noah went to college. I need a new bass player, and then Mark Duham, the other drummer, wanted to focus on his band, Four Screen. So I had him. He left, and I was like, all right, gotta find a drummer, gotta find a bass player, and Ben and Connor, Ben Champagne and Connor Robertson. Didn't meet the brother until like after all this happened. He came in, well, they all came in and were like super into it, more than I was. I mean, at that point, I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing with this band at this point. So from that point, we started playing shows with the three of us, and well, four of us, and kind of the rest is history. But so I, for the most part, when it comes to like writing songs, I usually just come up with like the chord progression or like the hook or whatever. Bring it to like a practice or send a voice memo in the group chat, and if they like it, if everybody digs it, then I'll bring it into practice and we'll write on it, or I'll work on it on my own and kind of like send stuff between Connor and Ben, and then from then on it becomes a song if we like it. A lot of the time it's a miss, but I mean we kind of have this standard now of like we have a couple songs where we know that's how high we can get. Like we can get like reach this potential of like really really great stuff.
Certain level. That you want to hit.
Yeah, and if we don't hit that, then
you gotta have quality.
Right. Yeah.
Being honest with yourself.
Yep,
I like that.
Yeah, we like to hold ourselves accountable to what I would want to listen to. That's a big thing. Like it's funny. I listened to the stuff we put out last year. It's like I can't listen to that. Like I don't. I mean, I contemplate every single day. I wake up and I'm like, dude, I want to take this off Spotify.
Like all your older stuff from last year.
Yep. Like not like the singles like Teen and Everything Awful. Like those songs are fine. Like that's what we've been working on. But like that EP, I'm just like, man, I can do so much better than this. But I mean, it's not like it's bad. People like it. I mean, people still come up to me and they're like, dude, this song's like really great. And I'm like, wait. Just wait.
I mean, I think everyone's gonna have that point in their career. I have it like every 6 months where I'm like, I could do way better. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with what I just put out. Yeah. You know what I mean? 6 months ago.
Yeah,
so.
Sometimes I feel like that. But
yeah. So that's normal.
And it's like, I mean, it's not even like I hate it. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. But it's like, I always want to expand as an artist, and I'm always like, even from like a year ago, I'm like listening to very different music. I'm listening to much more pop oriented like rock music. So not like poppy music like Katy Perry or like stuff like that. I mean, I do enjoy some Katy Perry. I mean, how can you not?
I think we all do.
Yeah, if you do, you're actually lying.
It's a pop star.
Right.
You have to like her.
And so I've been listening to a lot of stuff where it's like, here's the 30-second intro, here's a 20-second verse, here's the 40-second chorus, here's the 20-second verse, and then here's a bridge, and then the 50-second. It's like every song I try to listen to, I try to figure out like what is the hook, what is the verse, what is the chorus and stuff, and I try to like
analyzing it a
formula.
little bit.
Yeah, I try to find the formula of like what people are doing and what works and what doesn't.
So that's like the songwriter in you that's doing that.
Yeah, yep. I mean, and not even to the point where it's like I need to write music like that. Just like what can I do? What can I change like that I'm doing to like see? Oh, this song's like super popular. What is good about it? What do people like?
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah,
that's cool. So I just wanted to ask. So you said you've been doing this, thinking about having Vital C since you were in 4th grade, right?
So I had like this list of funny.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I know. I had this list of band names I wanted to use, and Yellow Day was one of them. And
why Yellow Day? That's kind of
I mean Green Day.
Oh, so it didn't click.
But somebody else, Green Day had that one. They took it.
They just.
I feel like it was a little too close.
Yeah.
Fourth grade me was a hit or miss.
Funny thing though, these guys I went to high school with, they did like a band or whatever, and I went to a Catholic school, so they're just like they're kind of like being immature, but their group name was Penn Island. Right. So when you put it together, it was Penis Land.
Yeah. We
those guys
on the cross country team. I used to run cross country, and there was a kid. I won't name, but he was a goober, and definitely we was like, dude, you go to PennIsland.com. It's a great time.
It's like,
and he totally did go on it and was like, guys,
it's like
not
every
funny.
middle schooler can fall for that right now. That joke.
True.
Yo,
they're all eating Tide Pods as well.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't get over that fucking incident, dude.
Wait, what happened?
I'm gonna just not. just eating Tide Pods in general. Like our generation did that.
And
That's
now
us.
they're like
What's the
making
deal?
they're making ones that are edible, I guess.
Are they?
Something like that. Yeah,
We did
it's
that.
weird.
We did that.
Why do you want to eat detergent?
You did?
No, like yeah, I ate Tide Pods.
You probably did, bro.
That's our generation that they said,
know.
you know what? We can't even fucking have Tide Pods. We gotta
Lock
make
them
these
up
edible.
in
the
stores.
shelf.
Put them on the shelf. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you
Put 'em
gotta
on- put them with the
glass.
iPods. The Tide Pods and the iPods.
Tide
In a
Pods and
glass
iPods,
case.
he
Yeah.
says.
Yo, so have you been playing guitar since 4th grade, or was it way
I've been
before?
playing drums the longest. I started playing drums in the 2nd grade, and then I didn't pick up another instrument till 7th or 8th. I picked up a bass, and was like, I really want to learn to play bass. I love bass guitar. I still do. Heck, I got a fretless bass, and I don't know if you guys know anything about guitars, but
No.
fretless basses are like stupid hard. Like, yeah, and that was the dumbest thing I think I could have done, because it teaches you. Well, it doesn't teach you anything. It makes you feel dumb, because like a fretted instrument means that there's a specific note between the 2 frets. But with no frets, it's like the note just goes up and down. It just wavers the whole time. You don't get like a specific note when you put it on. When you put your finger on a certain spot
So
on
have
the
you
neck.
gotten better though?
At the fretless bass, absolutely not.
No.
Impossible.
So it's still very hard, but that was my first string instrument, and then in like freshman year, I think I got a guitar, an acoustic guitar that I borrowed for like 4 years, and then I bought my own like really nice acoustic guitar.
So who is your favorite guitarist then?
Guitarist?
Yeah, 'cause I love the sound of the guitar.
No, yeah.
Inspiration. Oh, I just noticed
There's a couple people I like look up to. I mean, John Mayer, just as like he was like my first concert ever. But as a guitarist, like I love the way he plays, his style. It's very Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a guy from like the 80s, 90s, 70s. And he's a very well-known rock guitarist, and similar style, but he's really cool. I mean, I don't really play like anybody. I don't go out of my way to like sound like a certain guitarist or somebody, because I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I'm not like trained well enough to be doing my own thing and copying somebody else. I've never took guitar lessons. Just taught
Wow, that's
myself.
crazy.
Yeah,
Self-taught?
yeah, everything.
Wow.
Drums too? Self-taught?
I did drum
Besides the high
lessons.
school
No,
and middle
right.
school.
I did drum lessons for like a year. That's about it. And
Did you like it?
No, that's why I stopped. I hated it. Which is funny, because now I teach drum lessons.
Do you like doing that?
Yes, it's very humbling to know that I'm not the worst drummer.
Yeah. I
Mean,
mean,
there's 7-year-olds who are like,
they just don't know anything.
not even that. I mean, it's also cool because like they want to know. Like they're like, dude, how do I do it? Like, how do I play this? And I want to learn how to play like
Right.
that guy from Greta Van Fleet. I'm like, stop.
I mean, dude, I don't know. I definitely
I'll talk about them later. Maybe.
Yeah, I definitely feel like because I taught drums a little bit in high school as well, and there's definitely kids that are like, I'm ready to learn, and there's kids that are like,
I'm ready to learn.
I'm gonna throw this drumstick through the wall, and then I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah, it's like-
fuck you.
I was like in 7th grade, I wanted to do drums too, or whatever, because we had like to do an instrument class, and I was like, no, absolutely not. It's too
It's
much.
hard.
It's
I
too
mean,
much.
it's not easy.
You see, I thought it was just gonna be like making beats, like
No.
with the.
no,
It's like the
It was
first
not
thing
that
he said
at all.
was like,
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first day of my 6th grade year, our teacher was like, yo, we're not going to be drummers. We're going to be percussionists. I'm like, yes. And everybody was like, ah.
Everyone
was the
just wants
only-
to slam drums.
Yeah,
You're like, I
yeah.
want to make rhythm.
Yeah, I want to learn how to play the bells. That's not what
No.
I lie.
Opposite.
Joking.
Not me.
You don't like bells?
Fuck no.
Reading music is like my least favorite thing.
Honestly, you could ask. We had the same high school drum teacher.
Yeah.
You can literally ask the same teacher if I would like to play like any instrument like that, where I was reading notes and I wasn't just slamming drums. Fuck no. He'd
No,
probably say the
absolutely
same
not.
thing. I hate that shit.
So you both can read music though?
I can read music. Yeah.
We can.
That's
yeah.
dope.
I just don't enjoy it. I guess it's not something like I go out of my way to be like, this is dope. Like I just can. You know what I mean? Because I was around people for a long time that can and taught me how to. But with the drums thing, it's funny because one of the reasons I really like started fucking with David was because he did drum covers basically around the same
Yeah.
time I was trying to get into drum covers and then transition to a producer. Talk about that a little bit, just being on YouTube and trying
Oh my
to do
god,
that.
so that's really where I got started for like
yeah.
making my own stuff. So there was this band, a great big pile of leaves who are still active, I guess. And they, like, I just found them one day in the summer, and I was like, man, this is really great. And then a couple months later, I was like, you know what? I want to, like, I watched drum covers for, like, ever since I found YouTube. It was just, you just...
Luke Holland.
Yep.
All that.
Gosh. Man. Not that he's bad, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm just...
saturated, I guess.
Yeah,
him and what's up? Matt McGuire is another favorite of mine.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy. Just got updated to the Chainsmokers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Good
He's
for him.
one of my favorites, dude. Yeah. But
Let's play loud and proud.
loud
Anyways,
and proud.
yeah. Anyway, so I started doing that. So I made one drum cover, and then I posted it to my Instagram, and I was like, tagged the band, and like 30 seconds later, like they saw it, and they were like, yo, this is great. And then like ever since then, I was like, I gotta keep making these videos, and that's kind of how I got my connection to like a lot of like the indie bands and DIY. Because like after I like made like 40 of these like freaking drum covers of like just their music, they would like put me on the guest list for their shows, and I would go to and like we're really tight now.
That's crazy
like,
that you just did that.
It was funny. Like 2 years ago, they played in Grand Rapids at this venue called like Intersection.
It's a great venue.
It's not my favorite. It's just a very weird building to me.
Basement or upstairs?
The main room.
With the bar?
Yeah. The big room. And they were playing with Motion City Soundtrack. I don't know if you know them. They were a bigger. It was like their final Michigan show, and I was like, yeah, Tyler, dude, mind if I come over? He's like, yeah, dude, totally, like no problem. And we hadn't talked for like a couple months. It was just crazy. And he was like, yeah, dude, just come on.
Just come on.
Yeah. And so I brought them some peanut butter from...
Some peanut butter?
Because the drummer Tyler loves peanut butter, and I brought him some peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
From St. Laurent Brothers, and...
yeah.
So
you know what?
I used to work there, and so...
all jokes aside, that was a good idea. That shit is so good.
Yeah, and it's funny, because
So
it was... That peanut butter is, like, all natural, so it's, like, not sweet, and it's... like very dry. I don't know if you. I mean, it's just very dry.
I buy it in jugs.
No, yeah, the big jugs.
white.
I brought him the big jug. I brought him like the. I don't know if it's like 5 pounds or whatever, but he like took like 2 spoonfuls of it right before we went on stage, did like 5 push-ups, and then walked out and started a set. And it was like, what are you doing, dude?
It's a legendary
He was
way to
working
start.
out. He had to get his
No, for
protein
real
in.
though. Yeah. And then I went out and like it was cool because like this was like the crowning jewel moment of like making drum covers. It was like I got to go out and like play with them in front of like 1,200 people.
Wow. So you've seen some success from this.
Doing the drum covers, yeah, it was kind of cool. I mean, it's not like I don't pursue it as much anymore, but definitely not. I mean, I do it like once every couple of months. I'm like, oh, I really like this song. I'll like do a drum cover of it. But yeah, I mean, I did it really persistently and really consistently
You did.
for
So as an artist, you see yourself basically writing songs and playing
Drums.
bass. Or sorry, writing. Well, you said you write songs, right?
Yeah, for my band Vital C. And so that's where like the transition happened from like drum covers to Vital C. Like writing music and stuff, because I would like be playing drums and like, man, what if I wrote a song like this? And then it's like I really gotta learn how to like make the music. So the best way to do that was to learn guitar, and so I did, and I was really bad for a really long time. It's asked my brothers, asked my mom. I was like, David.
They probably were so annoyed at the house.
No, they love it. It's funny though. My mom, I'm still with my mom. Still with my mom, but I was gone for like a week or something. I was in Chicago for a while, and I came home. She's like, man, it was really quiet, and I really missed it. I'm like, yes, it worked out. Like she loves it.
Playing drums too.
Yeah.
She loves all that.
Yeah, she doesn't like go out of her way to like, David, can you go play the drums? But
right.
It's like she enjoys having the noise in the house.
My family's like that too. I think it was from like the time I was in 6th grade until about, I would say a year ago, they were like all for the loudness, and then it was like once you start,
switch.
It was like I think
once you go to college, everybody's like, stop,
fuck that. All your dreams are stupid after that. But like I think it was because I have a studio in my house that I bring people to and record and stuff like that. Once they saw me bringing people like 5 people at a time in my house, and it was crowded in the house, you know what I mean, like stuff that you're like, all right, so are you just selling drugs, or are you doing music, or what the fuck's going on? But I think that was I have very supportive parents. I'm sure he does too, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Shout out to our parents.
Real.
Very, very supportive. I
would be able to
I think
do anything without him.
I think every time we do an episode of this, I get tagged in a mom post. So, it's cool, man. I think
my mom doesn't even Facebook, so it's like nothing
either.
matters.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm glad she doesn't. My mom is a trip.
Yeah.
Your mom is funny. I like your mom a
Man.
lot.
The best part about it though is like the fact like they care and like they support it. Which is great.
Yeah, I think it's very important, especially if you're an artist. Like if your parents just don't give a fuck about it and never listen to you talk about it or anything like that, I think it's kind of like it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, it makes you feel like, should I be doing this?
Yeah.
But when you really have that support behind you and they're really like, no, this is cool. Like keep doing this.
I
Like
show them like updates what I do. So like they might not understand exactly what's going on or the music.
My mom knows nothing.
But like
it's awesome.
She can understand the quality of it getting better, whether
Right.
it's videos or the song sounding better, coming together. So like that kind of.
Yeah, I showed my mom a new song a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, "Okay." It's like,
Thank
Sweet.
you. Thank you.
must be all right.
It's funny because my mom came home one day and me I don't know if you know, David, but me and Willie were just in a John Calhoun music video that came out all over Facebook, and it's getting pretty big now. And he's a pretty up and coming artist out of Michigan, but Midland.
Oh
and,
yeah. Yep, I've seen it.
Yeah, and anyway, my mom came home the other day and was like, I was listening to his song in my car, like watching the video, and she shared it on her Facebook and all this stuff, like really messes with it. It was crazy to see like her age group of a woman like that be like, this is fucking cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just I think it translates. I think if you really make the right amount of content and the right content,
John Calhoun's demographic is wine mom.
Wine mom.
The
Yeah,
wine
I agree.
mom.
I agree.
That's all he's going for.
Yeah, that's his whole
Wine mom.
demographic. Thousands of shares of wine moms.
What's crazy
I love
though,
this
like
music.
when I hopped into your mom's car one day when we were going somewhere, she had the hip hop stations on.
Yeah, she's real.
She was jamming though.
Yeah, she doesn't. No,
I was
she doesn't
like,
play. She knows what's up, man. So, you had said that you have some shows coming up for your band on the 13th and the 15th
Of April, yes.
Yes. Talk about how those came to fruition a little bit.
The 13th will be in Lansing at Max Bar, which is where we play in Lansing a lot. That's like the only place we played in Lansing. But we submitted. Well, not really. We didn't submit. I kind of asked to get on a show, and I was kind of like, whatever you got, just give it to me. Mm-hmm. And there's a band from the UP, No Sleep Records, which is a label out of Southern California. Very big indie label, punk, emo kind of music. And they are releasing a record on the 20th of April, 420.
On purpose?
Yes, they
Nice.
are. It's kind of a joke, but I mean, it's a really good record. I've heard it. And it's there. I think I don't know if it counts as the release show, but like it's like a week before, so I'm like whatever. But
Ties into it.
yeah. So this is like the record release, and we're lucky enough to be on it because it's really cool, and I enjoy it a lot. It's very different from like the music of Vital C, but I think it's gonna be a great show. I'm expecting to have a great turnout. Because I think they played there a couple, like last year, and then like sold out the venue.
Wow.
200 cap rooms, which is cool.
That's still a good amount of people to play in front of, for sure.
We played there in October with, one of my favorite bands, Pet Sematary, who's made up of like members of like other bands. And so they were coming through, like the lead singer of that band is like my idol for like writing songs and stuff. His name's Evan Weiss. He plays in Into It Over It. And I submitted Vital C to play on that show, and I was like emailing like every day. I was like, can you like what is the status of the show? Like, are we on it? Yes or no? Yes or no? And I think I bugged my way onto that show.
Damn.
And we got to play with them, which was like so far the coolest thing I've done.
Yeah.
With Vital C, like that was like the coolest thing to be on a show with him, and he was super nice. And I mean, we've met a couple times before that, and he knows who I am, and I think he was like, I don't know if he was impressed with my music, regardless, but it was just cool to be on that show with him.
Yeah, it's still playing live. Do you like playing live a lot?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I can. I mean, we don't do it a whole bunch right now, just because we're trying to. We were in this transition phase of like, getting Connor and Ben into the band and making sure that they knew the songs, and now that we're writing new songs, it's like, well, what do we play? And so it's been a weird couple of months trying to figure out what we want to do. But then on the 15th, so the 13th is Friday, Sunday is the 15th, we are in Saginaw playing at Counterculture like we mentioned earlier.
Nice. Is there an event page on Facebook up there?
There is. Yep.
Okay, cool.
And so we're playing with a couple of touring bands. Mark Duhame brought up the idea to play, and I was like, yeah, we'll do it, because Small Talks and Rome Hero Foxes are the touring bands. Both really cool indie rock pop bands. One's female fronted, and it's super cool. They're on tour. They needed a show in Michigan. We're like, we'll do it. We'll put it up. Make it happen. And it's gonna be cool. Casca, who's from Bay City as well, or Essexville, he's gonna be on it full band. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's doing full band, but he'll be on it. And then Hunter Bacchus. Anybody know how to say that? Anybody know Hunter?
I do not.
Hunter Bacchus. He's from Saginaw. He plays a bunch in Saginaw area. He'll be on it. He's a cool dude. Acoustic stuff. I think he does a lot of covers. I've only seen him once. He opened for somebody. I saw him at a show once, but he's my coworker. He's one of my coworkers. I have like 3 jobs right now I forget about. Man.
Do you still work at St. Laurent?
No, I don't. I work at Adventure Coffee in Bay City or Uptown, and then I teach lessons at Guitar Center, and then I do Shipped, which is grocery delivery.
How does that work?
Yeah, so like somebody will like order food, like you pay like $100 a year for like your groceries to be delivered to you.
Right.
And like people, you like literally somebody will like go on their phone, like order the groceries they want, and then like one of the workers goes and gets them and delivers them to you.
Damn,
and I'm a delivery.
Do you do that
That's an
often,
adventure.
or just every?
Yeah, like whenever you literally just like pick your schedule, and then if like an order comes in when you're like scheduled, you can
just go and do it or whatever.
If you want. Like I had a couple last night that I just didn't want to go do because they live super far away, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to go do that.
Well, where was it at? What were they asking?
A couple in Munger. I was like, I don't want to go to Munger.
Just to deliver some groceries.
What
do you get paid for something like that?
I really don't know, but like I did it today. I was like out for like less than an hour, and I got like $12. So I was like.
Just some side change.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really?
So you're grinding, I see.
Yeah, 3 jobs, and I babysit too. I do everything.
Good with
4
kids.
jobs.
You can grocery shop.
Yeah, I'm actually the wine mom. Jokes on you guys.
Are you sure you're not trying to? Are you not trying to set yourself up here to say you might be a good husband?
Man, wipe me up.
John Calhoun's watching this video like, shout out John, bro. Real shit. That video. Go watch that video, man. Know my name. That is crazy. So. Your fan base, I know every band has a certain fan base, right? You want to be an emo band.
Do I have a fan base though?
Do you think you have a Vital C fan base?
I don't think so. I mean, I have some friends who like come to like most shows if they can, but I mean, I don't think I have like a maybe that's gonna make me look bad if I actually have fans. I mean, I don't know personally. I mean, I don't think. I mean, outside of like my friend group that who know what I'm doing are like. Constantly like listening to my music. I mean, I've got some friends who go to see me. We got a group out there, Troy's group. All of them like it and support it, so that's cool. But I mean, other than that, like not that I'm like aware of. So it's like I don't really like make music for like a specific group of people. Like I just like make stuff that I would want to listen to. But then again, I hate listening to it because I hate the sound of my own voice. So.
Yeah, it's so hard to relate to that, just in my opinion.
Because you don't sing or anything.
Yeah, it's like I've gotten on the mic. I mean, obviously we do this and we talk and I hear my voice all the time back, but it's not in a sense of like, I'm not singing melodies. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I'm just like, I'm talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be pretty embarrassing to hear yourself sing.
I don't know if I'd like it.
I
don't think
I've come a long way since I started, but it's still. I mean, I'm not great. I'm not the best. I mean, it'll take me like 5 or 6 times before I get a good vocal take on anything. So when I do it live, I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I'll say that in the mic right before we play. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm playing in front of you right now.
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry you're here.
Yeah. It's actually really nice because Connor and Ben are really great singers. The brothers are, and they'll sing back up like harmonies and stuff, and it's like so good.
And then your vocals come in and everyone's like, fuck this band.
Yeah, like clash headers in the back of the bar.
Yeah, that's when they all walk away.
I was going to ask, though, do you play normally at smaller venues?
Yeah, we've never played like a big venue.
How I feel about that, because you're saying you don't have a fan base or that you don't know.
I mean, I think this show in April will be a good indicator of like where we stand, just because it's in Saginaw. A lot of my friends will
be able to come and support. But I just say like with the smaller venues, though, I feel like as a group though, you can be more personal with the crowd to create a fan base.
Right.
So it's not a bad thing that these venues are small.
Not even. I mean, just to say, like, we've never actually had the opportunity to like play like a bigger stage or a bigger room, which is fine. Like, I don't care. I mean, we played a festival last year called Bloodfest, which was, you know, it should be like the coolest thing I've ever done, but the Pet Cemetery show was just so good. But there's this huge festival every year in Howell, Michigan, at this old high school. It's a big indie DIY festival, and a lot of big bands from across the country come. It's kind of a staple everybody looks forward to every year. But we got to play it last year. We submitted, and like hundreds and hundreds of bands submit to play it, and we got picked. We were literally like the bottom of the list
on the flyer.
On the flyer,
tiny name.
And it's funny because like this is the best. This is still a joke today with the people who run the venue or run the festival Fusion Shows, which is a Michigan show promoter. The graphic artist Aubrey, she put the Vital C on the flyer on the original one, and they had to take it down like immediately because I was like, that's not right.
That's not me.
Like, they didn't even send it to me like beforehand, like to check or anything, like to prove it, and it was like all the big bands had already posted it, and the Vital C was on it.
I mean,
it's kind of become a butt end of a joke.
The Vital C.
Vital C.
I always call you people. I'll call you Vitlo C.
Because of my snap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so. I made like my Snapchat in like 6th grade, and I don't know, my fingers must have been like fumbling around, and I misspelled Vital C.
It's not
your own
name.
It's VITLASEA. It's my snap. It's kind of sad.
I went to add him and I was like, who is that?
Who is this guy?
It's not you. Yeah, it was. I don't know. Name.
Kind of it is very funny.
The thing with the name thing is like people. I just got tagged in actually that John Calhoun video, thousands of views, and my name in the end of it is D/Rage. And there's actually an EDM artist on SoundCloud with I don't know 600-700 followers. You know, gets some views a little bit with D/Rage. And
nice.
And he's not. Yeah. It's like, so it's like awesome. I just got tagged as the wrong person. I mean, and I don't
like
make that
D
music.
like backslash or like D
no like slash like actually
yeah,
like
hyphen,
yeah. Thank you.
I was like, there's a couple slashes out there.
Yeah, I don't know English.
Guns N' Roses.
I don't know English.
Slash.
So I mean, backslash rage.
I mean, how do you feel about like if you were Wonder and someone
Slash
spelled it, you know, with like a different letter or something like that? Would you be really pressed about it, or is it kind of like they know?
I wouldn't be too pressed. I mean, because the people like I'm associated with, they would know, you know, who I am, and they would know how I want to spell.
Right.
But no, I wouldn't be too mad. I'm okay.
I wasn't mad. I mean, it was very light-hearted, and you know, it's fine. It worked out, but it's just funny because like for that Pet Cemetery show, it was through the same people, and as a joke, they sent me with the same poster for the show, but with the Vital C on it. And then I was like, good one, guys. But like they didn't post it. Like they were fucking with me, and I was like,
so they're funny people though. They're very. They
I mean,
like
yeah, I know them all. We're all very good friends. Actually, one of the other owner of Counterculture works for Fusion Shows. He's like a show rep, and so he'll go to shows and you know make sure all the bands get paid and you know make sure everything's going smoothly.
So, cool. You talk about you have a lot. It sounds like you have a lot of inspiration, but as far as like why you picked the genre of music you play, why do you think you picked that? Do you think it was really because what you listen to, or what do you?
Man,
like why are you not a rapper? Why are you not? You know what I mean?
Because I can't.
I can't.
There's no way, dude. So people will like drive with me or whatever. We'll be driving around. They'll like try and put on a rap, and I'm like, I can't
turn it down.
I can't sing to this. I can't do this. Makes me feel bad about myself. Like not really, but like, I mean, I'd rather like listen to stuff I can like sing to or whatever, just for fun. But yeah, the reason, I mean, I don't know, the style of music has changed like 4 or 5 times. Like you started out as like acoustic, me singing with an acoustic guitar, and then it started, you know, into this like weird like emo like punk thing, and then now it's like alternative rock, like pretty straightforward stuff where I'm like, you know, writing songs like deliberately to be like 3.5 minutes or like to be 3 minutes, whatever. So it's like different, and then like the style has definitely changed. Like now it's more like, I don't know if you guys like listen to, you know, rock or anything, but you know, there's the War on Drugs is a big influence. Yes, War on Drugs, big influence. Spoon's really great. That's kind of what we're going for, is like that, you know, easy listening rock music. So it's not like Led Zeppelin or like
was it softer?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, it's not like, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, think like OK Go. Like, everybody knows OK Go from like their music videos and stuff. Think like kind of like that almost.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like fun, lighthearted rock. Yeah.
I think that'd be the most fun to play live.
Yeah, and it's honestly like crazy fun because like everybody's like kind of like, they can like vibe to it for like 20 minutes, which is how long you play a set for, 30, 20 minutes.
Where do you guys practice at too?
So we practice. I mean, it just depends. I mean, sometimes we'll practice at Counterculture in Saginaw. Sometimes we'll practice in Midland in Connor's basement or here in my basement. But for the most part, Midland. Honestly, I'll drive out to Midland because Connor has like this little studio in his basement where he's got like a PA set up, and then like we can practice like our live set with a PA and stuff.
The only reason I asked is because like when I was taking this music class last year, they were just talking about all these startup bands and practicing in their garages. And
I could never. I feel bad. Like my neighbors hate me enough as it is. It's funny actually. Well, I live in like a city, and so it's like there's like blocks of like people, and on my block everybody's old, so like they can't hear anything. So it's like perfect.
True.
Like I just play, as light as I want, as loud as I want.
They just have natural earplugs in, really.
Can't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, I write like every day. So I mean, I'll go home in between class or whatever, and be really loud for like 30 minutes and like not have the cops call on me, which is cool. I've never had the cops call on me, which is great.
Ever.
I was terrified. I mean, when we first moved there, like that was a big issue. Like we were all like super scared. Like, David, what are you gonna do if you can't play the drums?
Real shit. I'd be mad.
I'd be terrified. Yeah, like
I'm playing them anyway.
I'm doing it anyway.
Right? Yeah, buy an electronic drum
Get
set.
over it. I mean, that's really cool. I've always been fortunate enough to have neighbors that were like, we enjoy it almost. You know what I mean? Like maybe not.
Even though you suck.
Yeah, it's like you suck, but it's cool. It sounds like a live band, I guess. Like my neighbors, I have a studio. All I have separating my loud studio that I make beats in, all that kind of stuff, is just one wall, and then their house, obviously. So they hear almost everything I'm doing. Right. And they're really cool about it. My neighbors next to me are always like, we enjoy hearing your music.
You talk to them about it sometimes?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty I wouldn't say like close, but both my neighbors know what I do. They both know what I'm trying to do. I've talked to them about it. So they support it. You know what I mean? It's just like my parents. It's loud, but they know what the end goal is going to be if I keep doing it.
My neighbors, one time, this reminds me, one day we were like sitting on our porch, whatever, and my neighbors walked over. There's actually one younger couple, like 30s, late 30s, I guess. They brought me over this thing. It's like a little wooden thing. It's got like music notes on it. It's like my neighbors listen to good music whether they like it or not.
That's true.
It's like,
I like that.
It's pretty good.
I do like that.
It's hung up in my basement. I love it.
Yeah,
they're good people. I mean, I don't talk to them, but it's like they respect it.
So,
which is cool.
I want to talk real quick. I know, Willie, you don't play drums, but
no. Sorry, guys.
Just because
if you want lessons,
yeah, let me know. But I mean, there's two live drummers here. I wanted to ask why the brands that you play, right? You actually were someone that got me really inspired by Minor cymbals, and I watched Matt McGuire playing them. I really just like what they sound like as just cymbals in general. But as far as brands that you play, I know I
don't play Minor anymore.
No, what do you play now?
I play what sounds good.
That's it.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, I do have one Minor cymbal that I've kept just because I like it. I have some Zildjians. I have a Sweet Ride, 23-inch Sweet Ride. It's pretty big. I've got some 15-inch K-hats, Zildjian as well. And then there's a new not new. I don't even know. I found them in like the last year. A buddy of mine had like this really cool sounding, dark hand hammered cymbal by a company called Dream.
Heard of them.
Super great sounding cymbals for like a really low cost. It's like incredibly blows my mind how like
that doesn't happen. You know what
it's
I mean?
Not like
it
it's like
happens.
And then I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and like we were at Chicago Music Exchange, and they had like all their shit, and I was like, I gotta play them to see like how good they actually like, sound in real life, and I was like, what?
And they're cheap.
Like, I mean, like, cheap as in, like, $190 for, like, a 20-inch cymbal, which is, like, stupid.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, the Zildjian version of, like, that cymbal would be, like, $300-something.
I was gonna say you paid double or even
Yeah.
a little more than that
Yeah.
for a nice, yeah, definitely. What was the? I know you played. What was the custom? You got a custom snare drum.
I do, SJC.
That's thank you.
Yes.
That I've played that exact snare that you have. It's a beautiful snare.
It's alright.
It sounds to me. I like it.
No, it's definitely great. I definitely, it's funny, I think about it, like, all the time. Like, man, I shouldn't have spent, like, as much as I did on it.
Yeah.
Could have gotten a way cooler snare drum. I mean, well, way better sounding snare drum, but, yeah, it's really cool.
I think they just when you bought it, and shout out them, like I love that company. I really think what they're doing is cool as far as just making and crafting drums. I think what they're doing, in my opinion, I guess is more so like they make these custom orders and they look cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look great, right? And I mean, I guess the sound could lack because of that. Because
they use different style, like different woods and different. I mean, they do different things, so like make the cost go up and down. But for the most part, I mean, they have a really good price point. They really worked on that a couple of years ago. There was like I forget what the show was called, but they had some guy come in and like basically like save the company because they were like about to go under.
They were. I remember watching a Shark Tank about them.
Was it Shark Tank?
It was Shark Tank. I remember watching it in high school, actually.
Yeah, and so like they had this dude come in and like save the company, and they've definitely evolved into like more of a corporate company. It's definitely not the same as it was when I bought the drum because like I was like emailing like the owner of the company about this drum and like getting it, and he hooked it up. I mean, I met him one time in Cleveland, which was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. At a
like,
bar, wasn't it?
No, I was in Cleveland for a wedding, and me and my brother were like trying to find something to do the night before the wedding. Everybody was at like some dinner, and me and my brother were like stuck in the hotel, and so we were driving around downtown Cleveland, and we drove by the House of Blues, and like this tour was in town. I think it's like Real Friends and All Time Low, or no, Mayday Parade. They were playing at the House of Blues, and I was like, wait, I think SJC is like sponsoring a tour, is like on the tour. And so we walked in, it was sold out, and then I started like SJC had like a merch booth, which was weird. And so I like walked up and I'm like, hey, is like the owner around? Because like I play SJC drums, I'd love to meet him. And they're like, yeah, like 1 second. Mike walks out, the owner. I'm like the founder of like this company, like this huge company, like they make drums for like Slipknot and Green Day, and
that's awesome though.
Yeah, like really
amazing looking drums.
Really cool. Like
crazy.
check them out. Yeah, they're cool. And like he walks out and we start talking. He's like, dude, I was like, you made my drum. He's like, I sure did.
And you were emailing him too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we had an email. Yeah. I had the drum at that point for like two years or something like that. And but we like he got us into the show and was like we were just hanging out and stuff, and it was really cool.
He's a cool guy. Nice guy.
Super nice. Very. Mike Jabari is cool, super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I support them as much now, just because like they've definitely like kind of veered away from like how down to earth and like what the company's like based on. I definitely would want to buy other drums at this point, just because I'm like super like nerdy about like what I want to get, and like I definitely know what I want to get. And there's cooler companies like CNC's cool. CNC makes the cool, like my drum has a CNC kit, and it's just the most beautiful thing. They're out of Kansas City, Missouri, and they just man, those drums super good. Each one is like it's like made to order, and like they don't mess around, and each one's like handcrafted, like literally like they go and like do each what's the word, each ply is like done by hand, right? And it's just crazy. It's a much different thing going on.
SJC did have that going on.
They definitely did. And then I mean I think they were trying to do too much, and then like once they did like the Shark Tank thing, the dude like came and like turned it into like a real operation. And the thing about SJC compared to like CNC are like, you know, there's like 2 dudes running CNC and that's it. Like there's no other employees at CNC, and then like SJC is like 100 guys going now, which is crazy. Like, great for them. Like, super cool.
No,
like,
for sure.
I definitely love my drums still. I'm not talking like bad about them.
No.
It's just very different from like when
It's
I bought the drum.
It's just your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a
I
nerd.
understand though, like they just lost their way.
Yeah, they lost their
started.
charm.
Yeah,
They'll say that.
Their charm that made you buy initially.
Yes.
Right.
100%.
Right. So that was the little drum nerd talk we can get
That's
down for the
okay.
episode. No, it's good. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I don't think I
haven't talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say out of the way.
You saw
but it was
that
just,
Ludwig, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm so keen on spending my money on production equipment now and getting into that, and
That's fine.
You know, but one of these days, I know I had a good chunk of disposable income one day, and was just like, I want a new drum set so bad.
Wait, drum set or snare?
I would say,
Or did you buy that snare?
I'm gonna keep the snare, but I think just as far as a set, I would want
Let me
something
borrow
new.
that snare.
Maybe. That's my baby, dude.
I'll trade you snare drums.
Fuck that. But what do you play as far as guitars? What's your brands do you rep?
I'm pretty much a Fender guy, just by knowing Fender, and you know I definitely want better than what I've got right now. I have a Telly, which I don't like, just because it's a very cheap. It was a cheap Telly. Like, I bought it because it was cheap, and it definitely shows that it's cheap. Like, the quality of it's not great. But I did trade recently. I had a Martin acoustic guitar, which is very nice. It was like a $900 guitar. I traded it for a Strat that I'm having repainted right now in Holland by one of my buddies.
What's it gonna look like?
It was red. It was really gross red. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was like sparkly and but it played great. That's like why I bought it, or I traded for it. And then it's being like he's like sanding down the body, so it's like a natural wood finish, and then we're gonna do like a white stain on it. So it's gonna be like a natural like looking wood, kind of like this, but like with a white stain. So it's gonna be like a white wood almost.
I've always liked that natural wood finish on a guitar anyway. I almost bought a guitar with just that natural wood finish, just maybe like a glossed version of it, but it just looks beautiful to me. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be sweet. Yeah, I'm very excited to get it. I still don't have it. It's being done, I think, this week or something.
Yeah,
but
you're probably excited to get that back.
I only had it for like 2 weeks, and then I had to like give it up because I needed it done before these shows, and he was very busy. So
yeah, you got to get that. So speaking of shows, speaking of why we're here, really.
Why are we here? Why am I here?
Because you're an interesting artist. That's why.
Oh man.
Congrats. No, but what? You're obviously in a part of this local music scene. I am. Willie is.
Yeah.
Everybody basically in this building.
It's very different though. I'm in like a very different aspect of it. If you think about it, like I mean, hip hop and rock. I mean, nobody goes to the same shows.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's the thing though. Like
it's cool though.
We don't want that to go unnoticed. Like
right? No. I mean, I'm not saying like you guys hate me. You
like,
guys
it's definitely like local and like
yeah,
you're good at what you do. Like you should be here to talk about it. You know
yeah, it's awesome.
You know, so I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah,
talking to me about stuff I don't even know you're talking about, like the drums, kits, and
all that.
You know, what I'm saying, like I like it. You know, it's nice to be informed. You know what you do. It's tight.
No, really, I think what it is. I think we're just trying to merge like certain people with certain different attitudes towards it. And what I really was getting at was like, what you're a part of the music scene. What do you really? What would you like to see our local music scene grow to? What do you like? What do you dislike right now?
Just people come in. Nobody comes. Like everybody's like, oh, it's Tuesday, or oh, it's David. I don't want to go see David.
Aw, don't feel like that.
I mean, it's definitely happened. Or I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, people don't realize like what everybody's like putting into it, and like how like some people are trying to make a living off of it, and some people are like really trying to like do really cool stuff, and people like don't come to experience it, and then it's like too late, and people like just give up on it because like nobody comes.
And that's what's
I've seen it so many times. Like
we talked about that in episodes prior. Like people just
it's crazy
if you don't have that support, then you're not gonna feel like you're worth continuing to do what you're doing.
Then there's just nothing to continue, because then you're just like, one, losing money, and two,
right,
nobody's gonna want you to come back if you don't like draw people to come see you.
Right,
that's a big issue. And the thing is, like in Lansing, we can draw like 30, 40 people to a show, because like I have a lot of friends who go to MSU and a lot of family in Lansing. It's like people like want to come see my music, which is cool. I mean, that goes back to the fan base. I don't know who they are, but I could like sell tickets to some friends, and then they get some friends to come, and it's like, if they like it, then that's cool. But whatever.
So I definitely feel you on the coming thing. I think the problem I've been having with these hip hop showcases that we've been throwing every month
how have they been going?
In my opinion, fantastic.
Yeah.
Except for the time where the time zone we are in, we're usually running till about 10 to 2 in the morning.
I know. I played at Hamilton Street one time, and I played at like 1 in the morning, and I fell off the stage because I like lost my balance. I was so tired.
You fell.
I literally like fell off the front of the stage. It was very funny actually. There's a video of it somewhere.
Ooh, videos and all. I think it's just like the once you get to like 1 in the morning, especially like
nobody wants to do that. I mean, the reason they do that at Hamilton Street is because it's like it's a bar and they don't close till 2, and then you don't get paid until 2. So they want to try and like get it as close as they can. Mm-hmm. But like at Counterculture, like we tried to make sure no show goes past like 11.
Yeah,
like,
it's a good time.
People are all tanked and shit by 2 o'clock, so it's
for real, like nobody,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And
they're drunk or just
their attention span is already off.
Yeah,
I would say even by 12:30, people are already like, all right.
And the thing is, like a lot of like opening bands like don't realize, or like if you're not like headlining, if you're like not the one playing at 1, regardless, like if you're playing at 1, like don't play like more than like 5 songs. Mm-hmm. Or if you're like opening a show, don't play them more than 5 songs. Because 1, nobody knows who you are, and 2, nobody gives a shit. Like, not that you're bad, but like nobody cares. Like, they're not there to see you open that show. They're there to see whoever's headlining.
Well, yeah, just
for the most part.
Yeah,
I mean, if you get your friends to come see you, that's different. But like,
other than that, you're talking a different type of show.
Right.
Exactly, know what you're saying.
And so, but like nobody wants to pay attention more than like 20 minutes. And so if you can get 4 or 5 songs that are really great and play those,
just play your hot shit.
Just play that. Then people are going to be like, "Whoa, I want to see that again."
Exactly.
And I want to see it again and again and again.
I think that's the point of being an opener, is to just come out there, fucking
get everybody going,
get excited,
go crazy, and walk off.
And that's it.
I've seen it.
That's it.
I work a lot of shows at Counterculture, and it's like, oh, this band's been playing for 40 minutes, and they are the opener, and there's 5 more bands, and it's like,
and everyone's like all ready to leave.
I was, man, during Drake Bell, I was like, man, I just want to go home.
Yeah, what time did he go on again?
Like, it wasn't late, but I was just, over it at that point.
So many bands.
Like he had like 2 openers on that tour that were just really bad pop music. Like, it was bad.
Ugh.
It was like
he brought him with him too?
Yeah, they were on the tour, which was, whatever. I wasn't like mad about it, but
have you been following his tour or just that?
No, that's just what the tour was. I just know because like I helped like with the show. Mm-hmm. Like I helped like run it and stuff.
I didn't even know Drake Bell made music.
Yeah, he's like a legitimate like musician.
No, he's an artist.
He's like really good.
I didn't know.
He came out and did like a cover of Ice Ice Baby. I was like, what the fuck?
I saw
videos. So good.
And it's dope that he does that though. I just didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
cool.
So as far as the scene, obviously we definitely have a problem with people just coming out and showing love, but working off of that, what would you like to see it grow to? Like, what's that end goal as far as just moving it?
If there's like 1 show a week, 1-2 shows a week that are really cool and everybody gets to go to. Not that you have to go to every show, because I don't. I would be a hypocrite if I said to go to every show.
Right.
Like, I'm just like lazy and I'm like, man, I just want to sit home and like eat Hot Pockets.
And there's a lot of shows. Yeah, I feel that. There's a lot of shows to go to though.
There are, and it's like, man, I feel bad not going to every single one of them, but like, cause like I know if I go to like all of them, I'm gonna like hate it. Like that's the thing. Like I've been to so many shows. Like a lot of I'll go to shows with friends. The people in my band, like we went to Grand Rapids, like see a show that we saw Hippo Campus, which is a really cool band, kind of blowing up right now. And that was our second time seeing them like together, like as a group. And we were like, they wanted to still go to the front and like be right in the front. And I'm like, guys, it's gonna be really hot and long. You're gonna have to stand there for like 4 hours, and then 2, you've already seen it. Like, you don't need to like be that close again. Just like sit back and like experience the show.
I'm like
for
that
what
too.
it is.
I'm like that at shows too.
I've just been to too many shows where like also I get hurt really easy now. Like I used to go to like these hardcore punk shows and like mosh and like stuff, and like
right.
I tore my rotator cuff in December, and I aggravated it again like 2 weeks ago, and it like I just that reminded me I can't like.
You can't
go hard. It really bums me out because like a lot of my friends will play, and I'm like, man, I really want to be like going crazy and stuff and doing cool shit, get everybody hyped. Like I was in Chicago, my buddies were on tour. They're on a 45-day tour right now, and I wanted to they just happened to be in Chicago and I was, which was really cool. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go see you guys. You know, get everybody hyped because I love both of the bands, Mover Shaker and Greet Death. They're really cool bands. Great friends of mine, and you know, I was going really hype, and everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" You know, this random ass dude that, you know, going hard for these bands we don't know.
Right, but that's, I mean.
And I think if people see that there's some other people like getting really into it, then it's like worth like checking out. You know.
Right. No, I like that. So yeah, I mean, message of the day: just come to the shows. Even if you don't come to all of them, just come to the shows that
April 15th.
Yeah, and 13th. Come to that one too. But I mean, our hip hop showcases, whether it be that or his shows, anybody, just at least if you've never been to a show.
Yeah, it's like worth checking out. I mean, even though if you don't like the music, it's like, well,
just come and see what we got going on.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, if you've just stayed at home, every show, hip-hop showcase, anything at your show is Forest Green, just come out, dude.
At least at
Forest Green.
At the least support the music online, though, at least.
Or that. Or, I mean,
something,
like, all the bands are, like, on Spotify and stuff. I mean, they're putting money into it. So it's, like, at least, like, check it out.
Yeah, just
like,
give it a listen.
I've dumped so much money into, like, Vital C. I've dumped, like, a couple of grand just into, like, getting the songs, like, done and stuff and, like, recorded and probably done. And
the quality.
I've not even come close to, like, I don't think I've made, like, $100 just off the songs. But I've made money, like, playing shows and stuff and, like, all that, but then you gotta pay the other members and stuff, so it's like, ugh.
Right. And that's the hardest part about being an artist is just, like...
starving artist mentality. I'm gonna live on the streets and, you know, but I'm making art, Mom.
Yeah, and then your mom's like, you're 30. What the fuck's going What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, for real.
But, no, I mean, I agree with you. I think a lot of people need to just be coming to the shows, coming out, at least just popping up for 45 minutes, hour even, just come and see what's going on.
I just feel like if you just come and make it a popular thing to do.
To come.
Like, it's going to be something that's, you know, a thing to do.
I think this is an appropriate time to mention Greta Van Fleet just for a moment.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about them for a second.
You know, I ran cross country with one of the, I think it was the drummer or something. I forget which one, but one of them. They all went to Frankenmuth, and you know, I knew them. I know them. I mean, not well, but I know them. We've talked before, and it's like all these people are like, "Oh man, Greta Van Fleet, indie music, cool!" Like, this is the greatest thing to come out of. You know, nothing cool ever happens here. I'm like, no, that's not even fucking true. Like, I saw a tweet today. It's like, "Oh, Greta Van Fleet's like the greatest thing ever." And I'm like, hey, check out my music, please.
There's like 50,000 other artists from this area.
Yeah, that are just as good or better.
Yeah.
Not even like better. I hate to say that. I hate to say that somebody's better than the other. But it's like, they're so unoriginal. I mean, it's a blatant ripoff of Led Zeppelin. I mean, you've heard it a million times. We all have. But, I mean, it's like, there's other cooler stuff happening. I mean, more unique, more interesting, more...
I think they just like it because they're like so young or whatever. I don't know.
I'm the same age as all of them.
They're young though. I mean, you're young too.
I'm doing cool shit too. I mean, it's not like I'm not.
I feel what you're saying. They could highlight others like yourself.
They just got lucky.
Like us.
They got their money. They got money in the fam, and they know people.
That's usually how it goes though.
You gotta know people. At the end of the day, if you don't know anybody, you gotta meet people. That's it. If you don't know anybody, meet people. If you do know somebody, you leverage that.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's unfortunate that people,
I know Drake Bell.
Yeah, there you go. You're now popular. Your Twitter's about to hit.
I'm about to do play Kids' Choice Awards next year.
Get your easy acting career started.
Just rip it down next year. Yeah, dude.
Cover me in slime.
Ew, I don't even. What is that shit even made of? Does anybody know?
I've always wanted to eat it.
Oh, ew. What?
I see them eat it like during the. I'm like, I wonder what it tastes like. It's got to be like worth eating if they're all eating it.
I don't think it tastes good. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think it tastes good.
Jack Black was drinking it the one time he hosted. I remember this so vividly. Like his opening monologue, he drank it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know if that's healthy, dude. I don't know, but okay. So I think the biggest thing I want to know really from you is what continues to make you let you do music.
What makes me want to do it?
Yeah. Okay. Like every day, like okay, I like to play guitar, or like
it's just a feeling. It's really it's an emotional thing. Mm-hmm. Like every week, my Spotify updates like a big playlist of Here's songs you should listen to. Now I literally listen to the whole thing at work. Like I play my own music at work, so I just hit play and like whatever comes to me or whatever just sounds good over the speakers, I'll save it and go back to it. And it's like, man, these people are like doing the same thing I'm doing, and they all love it because it makes them feel good. And like there's a certain emotion you're like putting into it. Like the Strokes guitarist has a solo project under his own name, Albert Hammond Jr., and that's like the thing I've been listening to the most lately. It's like he's like 30 something, maybe 40, I don't know. He's been doing it for a while, and he's like writing the same kind of music I want to write because it makes me feel like the lyrics are like the same kind of thing I'm feeling. The mood is the same thing I'm kind of trying to go for. It's like crazy because like other people are doing it, and it makes me want to do it just because I know it's working for
You're
somebody.
not the only one
who feels that certain way about something and wants to convey it in that specific way. Like you convey your feeling through trap music, or not trap, I don't know why I said that.
Excuse
but
me.
beats,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
doing that, and it's like because you see other people doing it. It's like that's cool as shit. I want to do it too. And then you hone the craft, and you become good at it. And I don't know. I think it's fun.
There's a couple
It is
things
fun.
I like that you said too.
What's that?
You make music that you want to hear. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's how I feel about my beats.
It's exactly
And then
how I
you
feel.
also say, like how you stated, you were like, you go off of feeling. Like,
Yeah.
that's how I make the beats. I don't go out. I'll go off of feeling. I'm trying to convey something through that beat.
Right.
Whether it's up or down, But I definitely make it, in my, for my ears though. Definitely,
Yeah, and like I said, we at this point we're holding ourselves to like a certain level of like artistry where we know that this is good and people are gonna want to listen to it. But also like at the same time, like that's each song I write is not everyone's great, but like I still each one of those I'm writing like literally like from feeling of like depression or love and frustration. And
Do you
stuff.
guys like ever butt heads though? Like,
No,
on that,
it's like the cruelest thing because like Connor and Ben have their own band called Leland Blue, and their music's very different from not very different, but it's like different enough from what I'm writing, and so they come in excited to hear what I'm doing because it's different from what they write. And so they'll come in and I'll have like these different chords and stuff, whatever song I want to work on, and they'll show me what they've been working on, and it's very different, and it's very cool because they'll come in open-minded, ready to go, and like they build off whatever I want. It's just so cool because they're very excited to do it too.
That's cool. Do you ever use some of their styles to like mesh them together from what they do?
Not really, because I mean it's so different. I know that it's hard
It's
to like
too hard
really,
to do probably.
It's hard to like mix in, and plus I want to keep it separate. I mean there's two different things. I don't want to like cross any lines and.
I understand.
Yeah, and they have a couple songs that are blowing up on Spotify. Like one has like I think 200,000 streams.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's insane.
One song like
We
really
both said
blew
wow
up.
at the same time. That was
did.
tight.
Wow. Yo, so I think honestly what you're doing is just contributing more and more to the music scene in
Thank
a
you.
good light. Really, I think
That makes me happy.
yeah, for sure. I think as far as a fan base, I think it's there. I think it's just we live in like we
We live in the worst town. Like literally. Okay, so it's funny because the Drake Bell show had like 200 some tickets sold. It sold more tickets than like he had a Detroit show and a Lansing show. And it sold more than either of those shows. Because it's funny. It's funny. My Ben Champagne, who's at Counterculture, was like, he said this to me and it made absolute sense. He's like, nobody here likes anything cool. Like we'll have really cool bands come in and do cool shit, and like we'll have like 10 people come.
right.
And then we'll have really lame shit come in, like Drake Bell. Not that he's lame, but he's like lame compared to like other cool stuff that we have going on. And like 200 people will come back because they're like, oh, nostalgia trip.
Oh, Drake and Josh.
Yeah, for real. And then
Yay.
like people in Detroit and Lansing like, no, what the fuck's up? Like they don't give a shit about Drake Bell. Like they see celebrities all the time, Like, they don't care.
Yeah, that's like the difference is like we have that all these local people that are doing shit and nobody wants to give a fuck, but as soon as someone big comes into town, it's like,
But he wasn't even that big. He just played on a show on Nickelodeon.
but he's bigger than us.
It's
Yeah,
like-
that's
but
all
it's
that
like-
matters.
That's huge. Yep. Shut
it's
up.
like-
Drake and Josh is huge.
Drake
Don't
and
even
Josh,
joke.
that's all they needed to
No
hear.
hating on
All that.
No hating on him, but like I'm sure his band is better than him.
It's true.
And
I'm not as good a
saying,
singer as Drake Bell though. I will say that.
That's okay, but like
Yeah,
people just
sing.
don't. People don't want to support that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It'd always be something
No,
that I
it's-
My
question.
brain hurts thinking about it.
It hurts my brain too. But hey, man, I really appreciate having you today.
Yeah, dude.
I think everything we just talked about was very important to our
real, yeah.
community. I think a lot of people need to hear what we all said. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think everybody needs to just keep supporting local music. That's it. Just keep doing it. Come to shows, stream the music. Everything you can do to support, do it. Buy merch. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
thanks for coming here to like kind of bridge the gap a little too.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
we've had only rappers and really R&B type people here.
Yeah.
We haven't really. I mean,
we
Jordan.
want them all.
We want everybody.
Yeah.
Next,
No.
we're getting someone crazy coming up in the next 20. We got to get someone that's just off the wall, like has nothing to do with anything we're doing. I'm calling it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Really, but no, I think that's put so much pressure on us. But
It's gonna be Drake.
yeah, it's
Drake Bell.
Drake.
Just
No,
give him-
literal Drake's coming here.
Oh God.
Yep. Fuck it. We can do it. We can pull it.
God's plan, maybe he'll come
Damn.
here and do a God's plan for us.
Remix. Legendary. But hey,
Unreal.
plug all your social media. Plug anything you would like people to hear
So
about.
we're on it all. We're on
That's all you need to hear.
MySpace.
MySpace too?
Wow.
No, God, no, it's a
Let's
joke.
go.
Trying to fucking
Club
get it.
Penguin. We're on it all, baby. Instagram, Twitter is vital_C. Facebook, I think it's just facebook.com/vitalc. If not,
There's a page called Vital C.
yeah, just type
Yeah.
in Vital C.
Yeah.
That'll come up. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. We're on Tidal. We're on Deezer. We're on.
Deezer.
I don't know. It just told me that I'm on Deezer.
Fair enough. Now you're on
I'm on
fucking Deezer.
Amazon Play. I'm on Google. I'm on everything, dude.
Everything. All
Vital_C is like the social media handles, though. Yeah, it's. And then we're
Stream
on
his
Spotify.
shit.
Everything. You said,
Listen
come
to
on.
it. Listen to all of it.
I think we'll have a record out by the end of the year, though. That's the plan.
An album?
A full
An
album.
LP?
Yep.
Nice. So it'll be on everything? All
Yeah.
all
I'm
five
actually
albums?
the only thing I'm worried about. It's not gonna be out until I can get it on vinyl. Like I don't give a fuck if it's on anything else. I literally just need to make sure I have enough money to put it on vinyl.
Why is that?
Cause I'm a very big.
Vinyl collector.
I have like 500 records.
Nice.
I have more than Andy Reid. Found that out. And
Oh no.
Ooh, Andy Reid, watch out! I actually borrowed a bunch from him. That makes me feel good about myself, though.
Oh no. Oh, there you go.
No, but yeah, I collect vinyl, and that's like what I want my music to be on. I want it to be heard on that medium.
There you go.
There it is.
Nice.
Right.
No, but
Pinch Poke, you owe me a Coke.
no, this has been a good interview. I think it's been so much. It's so much different than anything we've done yet.
Yeah.
It is, and like
Thank you.
you're really the first one that's really getting that experience of being on our new cameras, being on our new lighting.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
And
That looks sexy.
it's been
Breaking
it
the
does.
cameras,
It
actually,
does.
don't
It does.
Send me the invoice.
Yeah, yeah, but no, dude, I appreciate you coming here today. I think everyone's gonna like this a lot. I think all the people that listen to this type of music and you in general are really gonna like this interview a lot, and it's really gonna push.
I already
push the culture.
don't like it because I hate myself.
Yeah, the worst interview we've ever had yet. Episode 5, Vital C. No, but thank you for coming here, dude.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate
Thanks,
you.
man.
Anyone listening, thank you for listening on whatever platform you're on right now, YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever. This has been episode 5 of Rage Radio with Vital C. We'll see you next week for a new episode. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.